Hello. Have you ever imagined losing something that you thought you had and it happened in the most unexpected way possible? Well, it occurred to me that I lost my scholarship for the English program I've been studying. And at first, when I heard about it, I felt shocked because I didn't think that I would lose it. I've been receiving it from the program for a long time now, and it was very unexpected. But then I felt frustrated because the friend who received it was not someone who I thought was worth it for it. A part of me felt angry because I wasn't good enough and that all my contributions to the class wasn't enough. Then I shut myself down for one whole week. I didn't listen to anyone's advice, and I lost hope in all the things I used to believe. I lost hope in myself, in the things I did, until I calmed down. I looked back at all the things that have been happening, and suddenly I felt I've learned so much. I figured out why this incident was happening, and that's been happening. And I've loved myself more, and I've loved my imperfections more. When failures happen to me now, I don't have to feel insecure about myself anymore. I learned that mistakes are meant to learn from, and that I don't have to be frustrated. So after that 1 week of frustration, and when that incident happened, I've suddenly learned so much. I've learned that nothing is perfect. This world is not perfect. I'm not perfect. So if this world was a place that is cruel and unfair or biased, that's completely normal. And my mission is to adapt to it, and that I have to make it completely normal, and that is it's the rule for survival. And I've also learned that I don't have to care about whether other people would judge me, because they would judge me based on their own criteria, and that's not my goal. So why should I care? It's not worth. So after that, I have changed so much. I've become a more adaptive and versatile person. I've loved myself more, and I've loved my imperfections more. So if your imperfection was that your score in school is not perfect, then if it's not your goal, then don't waste your time just feeling bad about it, because it's not worth it. And I've learned to focus more on my priorities and realizing my true values. It's more than just scores in school or scholarships. So my name is Nguyễn Hồng Tú. I'm a 7th grader in Trần Văn Ơn Secondary School in Ho Chi Minh City. Thank you and goodbye.